recent times, and I guess you'd have to say the last 2 decades or so, even more, are really one of the real powerhouses in the sport. Italy, they've had their great moments, but most recently back in 2004 when they got the silver at the 2004 Olympics in Athens. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lille, France. It's the final quarterfinals at Eurobasket 2015, and it's Lithuania getting ready to face Italy. Just watched Serbia dispatch the Czech Republic 89-75. Now, the winner of this game will play them in the final, in the semifinal. The other semifinal, of course, is going to be another Spanish-Franco showdown, the host nation, France. It's all about Lithuania and Italy right now. And the big question that I have is, can Jonas Valanciunas, that man right there, bounce back from a very difficult night against Georgia and be the impact player that Lithuanian fans would expect him to be?
That is the biggest question to answer, because Jonas Valanciunas is averaging double-double, at least he was before the game against Georgia at the end. A very tough game there for coach Jonas Kazlauskas that you just saw there in the picture. So is Jonas Valanciunas ready to bounce back? That's going to be a huge piece for Lithuania if he does.
Well, for Italy, there has never been a buzz, certainly in recent times, like there has been at this Eurobasket with the squad that has shown up here in France to play at this tournament. They've had some great moments. And the question is, how are they going to respond now that they have a chance to get to that semifinal?
There's been a lot of talk in the group stage with Italy. It's a group of guys that got great resumes. They have almost unlimited talent, but people are questioning their ability to play as a team. We have seen them at times play superb team basketball, as they showed in that last 8 final game. They were able to come together and take over game. This is the coach, Simone Gianni. I think that he has made his team play better as the tournament progressed.
Well, there's no question he was the main man in their success in their last game against Israel. Now, we're going to have a pause in the commentary playing of the national anthems for both Lithuania and Italy. So that was the national anthem of Lithuania, and the national anthem of Italy. you've got a little bit of Lithuanian and a little bit of Italian in you when you hear those. It really does get the juices flowing. This is going to be a great encounter. I would be awfully surprised if it wasn't. Referees for tonight's game, Emilio Perez of España, Spain up top there. Srećan Radovic and Milos Ojencic from Montenegro, Radovic from Croatia. Right there. Spanish referee in the middle. So we're going to have a look at those rosters. Lithuanian George. Some big names missing from this Lithuanian squad this year. Why don't you highlight one of these reports?
Some names are missing, but Jonas Maturity is not missing, and he was huge in the final game against Georgia. He came up with 34 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He was all over the place and just did it by himself. Let's see if he can strike on
Sedudas, Yankunas, and Valanciunas, who again was somewhat quiet. Yankunas, I think, quietly had a good game there tonight for Lithuania. Against Georgia.
C'est le personnel à tous les niveaux, bien entouré, et mécanique,
you know all about Marco Bellinelli.
Toujours risque de défouler Borgnani et Bellinelli. On va guetter leur état de forme dès le début du match, ce que ça a donné et
he's in that starting five with Bellinelli, Andrea Cinzarini, Danilo Gallinari, and Andrea Bargnani. Bargnani's important because he left the last game in the first half with
Danilo
a
Gallinari, le
muscular
meilleur
problem
marqueur
and knee
de l'équipe
problem.
dans ce tournoi également. Et je vous rappelle, trois des meilleurs marqueurs de ces Eurobasket dans la même équipe, dont je viens de voir les sauts de l'extérieur. C'est-à-dire que même Bargnani, qui est grand par la taille, va s'écarter super 3 points. Il n'y a pratiquement pas de joueurs qui jouent donc dernier, peut-être Gallinari de temps à autre.
We've highlighted them once, but let's highlight them again because they deserve it. I got to tell you, I was inspired by the
and they're going to go head-to-head most likely, so it's going to be a really matchup. Both of these guys are so strong physically. They just really look to shine on the stage for Eurobasket 2015 to their teams. I am looking forward to much contribution, not only offensively, but also defensively. They set
offensively. 3 passes, 4 interceptions, 2 contre. J'ai fait le cap.
finished runners-up at the Eurobasket 2 years ago.
Nationalistes avaient 5
Ça aurait été le concours de la saison. Peut-être
et il a mis le panier à 3 points décisifs dans les derniers instants. Donc l'Italie va se méfier de lui et de la jeunesse à l'intérieur.
This is where it really counts.
Quelle sera la vérité de ce soir, Georges? Alors, vous voyez le coach Simone Pianicelli. Est-ce que ça va valider définitivement le retour au sommet de l'équipe italienne qu'on n'avait pas vu depuis une bonne dizaine d'années à pareille fête? Ou est-ce que la Lituanie va continuer de collecter les places d'honneur? On le sait, ils ont été battus par la France pour le médaille de bronze l'année dernière à la Coupe du Monde. Ils ont été battus par la France il y a 2 ans en finale du championnat d'Europe. Mais des Lituaniens qui sont quand même toujours présents ces dernières années.
Oui, avec une petite population, un peu plus de 3 millions d'habitants, un grand coach, Jonas Kazlauskas, de retour à la tête de la sélection et qui tire le maximum de son potentiel. Et il y a du potentiel, des très bons joueurs dans ce 5 de départ que vous découvrez en vert.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lille, France. It's the Eurobasket, and it's quarterfinal time, the last quarterfinal of this great competition, and it's between Lithuania and Italy. It's in white, green, and yellow, and it's
parce que Bargnani n'a pas osé sauter.
So they really
Il faut dire au huitième de finale définitivement sur une blessure à la cheville, Bargnani. Et là, il est dans le 5. C'est bien pour l'Italie.
One that's loaded with big names, including Gallinari, who's starting Yankunas right now. Gallinari,
c'est un peu court.
Pretty formidable defender there.
Yankunas, lui aussi, a fait son meilleur match contre la Géorgie en 8e. Match qui est très difficile avec 4 petits points d'écart par la Lituanie, tandis que les Italiens ont écrasé Israël de 30 points. Pas du tout la même chose.
Gallinari puts up a long three, a little bit of a forced one, but the shot clock winding down.
With 2 seconds to shoot it, Gallinari just didn't really have much of a choice.
Oui, la Lituanie possède une bonne défense. Hein.
Jolie
pénétration. Donc, l'Italie n'aura pas non plus des positions ultra faciles pour shooter parce que la Lituanie va venir les gêner.
Quite possibly one of the most underappreciated Lithuanian players of all time. There you got Gallinari drills the point.
L'écran
shoots the second three-pointer.
a bloqué le défenseur.
Now Machulis gets it over to Yankunas. Machulis is white. He goes up against his former teammate. He scores with ease.
Ça va peut-être être la tactique de l'Italie. Les prises à deux est obligé Valanciunas à faire la passe. Alors lui, il n'a pas été très bon contre Georgie. Il a eu des problèmes de faute.
Off to a slow start and limited minutes against Georgia.
Bargnani puts up a three.
No.
And Machulis with the board.
This is what you can expect from Bargnani. He will set a lot of screens and step backs.
Machulis gets in the lane, puts it up in the air. Picks up right where he left off.
His way in. What a strong player,
Avec cette puissance.
Bellinelli puts up a note. He passes to Gentile. And Gentile loses it out. And again, it was the pressure.
Gentile perd le ballon. 27 points dans les derniers matchs. Un jeune joueur ambitieux de la même génération que Evan Fournier. Ils ont été dans le top 5 en première 11 des moins de 20 ans avec Mirotic.
He's a strong guy.
Jonas. Yannitis. Seboutis.
Sabonis up top. Looks inside, has the shot blocked by Bargnani with 3 seconds on the shot clock.
It is a physical game in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Tous ces joueurs sont référencés. Seboutis, Yankunas, Nasulis du Real de Madrid par exemple. Kamietis aussi le meneur.
Machulis puts up a three.
C'est court. En fin de possession.
He brings it up for the Italians. Missouri. Gentile just side the top of the tee.
And he is playing with sensational self-confidence.
Qui peut se créer un tir dans n'importe quelle position. Bellinelli, Gallinari et Gentile.
And the steal by Gallinari, trying to get it up the floor quickly. And had the ball batted. Sabonis instead. So Lithuania get it back. Kalnietis. Back to Sabonis, who puts it on the deck. Passes to Valanciunas, and he's fouled by Gentile.
A help side here by Gentile. It's a hard foul on Valanciunas. Nothing easy is going to come for Jonas Valanciunas around the basket. This is the message from Gentile. Drop it from Seboutis, and a big-time challenge there by Gentile. Obviously, he was not going for the block shot.
Valanciunas and Lithuania made it through Group D that was staged up in the Baltics, so all their fans were able to watch them play in Riga.
But they had to dig deep against the Czech Republic. They had to go to overtime to claim the first spot in that group.
Second free throw good from Jonas Valanciunas. Gentile up top, hits it to Bargnani. Sabonis comes to help out. Now, a little bit of a size mismatch, and as Bargnani backs up Sabonis, Sabonis picks up the foul.
I would expect a little bit of better ball movement and passing from the Italians. They are the best when you see the post up here. There's a mismatch, but before that, to my liking, I would say the Italians are not doing it as well as they were doing it in the 8th final game against Israel, but their ball movement was just spectacular.
But maybe that has something to do with the defense by Lithuania?
True, because Israel didn't really show up for that game in the 8th final. As a very politically correct statement.
Bellinelli puts up a three, go!
And he is shooting it extremely well. 7 for 9 in a game against Spain in Berlin.
Well, Bellinelli just does it time and time again. He has been stroking it. Now back to Lithuania. Valanciunas, look at the footwork. puts it up and in.
And this is the big body of Jonas Valanciunas. There is no double team, no help for Bargnani on the block. And I think that the Italians maybe will have to come down with the additional defender.
Pass back to Bargnani, steps inside, puts it up, and ended up banking it. A tough fight here, Lithuania. Promising start for them. And Kalnietis has the ball knocked out of his hands. And Kalnietis drives in, puts it up off the glass.
That's a smart play by Kalnietis. He was patient with the dribble and then waltzes in for the layup.
Four-point lead for Lithuania. Gallinari hands it off to Marco Bellinelli. Another 3 attempt for him. It's good!
And he's feeling it. He is in his zone. Marco Bellinelli striking early.
Must have had some pasta for lunch today. He is feeling it. Marco Bellinelli and this Italian team, and Cinciarini picks up the foul.
But Cinciarini is doing a solid job. Look at the last three-pointer here. That was closely covered there by Seibutis. Bellinelli didn't matter to him.
Well, he's got 2 threes already. Now Kalnietis goes in strong, but doesn't finish. And Bellinelli gets it in the corner. Gentile backs up Seibutis, but an offensive foul called on Gentile.
Look at that situation. There was a mismatch in size between Gentile and Seibutis, but just a little bit too much aggressiveness. Look at it one more time. Seibutis was trying to hold his own, and then all of a sudden when Gentile lowered his shoulder, the referee calls it an offensive foul.
Aradori is going to come into the game. That's his second foul. Now here's Gentile. He's in the open floor. And Yankunas reaches in and tries to commit the foul, and Gentile goes all the way. And bravo for the referee for not calling the foul.
This is what we like to see, the continuity.
Maybe that's the future.
Flow. Let it flow.
And it goes, and Mačiulis answers for Lithuania.
Some quick basketball here on both sides of the court. Good passing by the Lithuanians on that situation.
Cinciarini, now Bargnani goes right at Valanciunas. Yankunas with the rebound. Quickly up to Seibutis, and he lays it up off the glass.
And you are loving it, my friend Jeffrey, because you like to see this. You like to see a lot of fast breaks.
I want to see a track meet. Bellinelli for 3, and Mačiulis takes that rebound away from Yankunas.
There was nobody there for the Italians even to try for the offensive rebound.
Chance of Lietuva for Lithuania. And the handoff to Valanciunas, and Pianigiani has to take a timeout. So with just under 3 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter, a very strong start for Lithuania. They're on top 18-13. Well, 5-point lead here for Lithuania, George, and Italy have had to call a timeout.
They have to talk about their pick and roll defense. Here we see the three-point shooting. Italy scoring 50% on 6 attempts, knocking down three-pointers, but this is not the issue at the moment for Simone Pianigiani and his squad. I think they have to talk about defense. In the first game in the group against Turkey, Italy just really struggled there with the pick and roll defense, and I'm seeing the same thing today. They cannot stop the pick and roll defense. Just too many easy shots. You saw in the paint, just Lithuania able to complete some high percentage shots.
There's the giant Lithuanian flag being unfurled and now rolled back up. Well, plenty of time to figure this out. You know, there is a lot of quality in this Italian side, but there's a good synergy out there with Lithuania. And you've got Cuisine, who's checked into the game for Bargnani. Gentile's out, Aradori is in. And a foul called on the play. Looks like it was on Valanciunas.
And this is what Valanciunas can expect from Gallinari. He likes to take it at a slower big man.
Gallinari doesn't really give away much in height to Valanciunas.
He's just a relentless driver to the basket.
Dogas Kuzminskas is going to come in as the next dead ball for Lithuania. Bellinelli, and he was fouled by Mantas Kalnietis, and that is number 3 on Lithuania, his first. Kuzminskas comes in for Jankunas, the veteran.
Some early substitutions there for Jonas Kazlauskas in Lithuania.
Cinciarini, and the rebound for big Jonas Valanciunas. Completely different start for him tonight than what we saw against Georgia. It's almost like it was a bad dream for him, I'm sure, a nightmare. And Sabutis back outside to Kalnietis, and Cuisine commits to foul.
Valanciunas just causes trouble there for Italy early. He was going to post up against Cuisine. Too much shoving there by Cuisine. It was just too close to the referees.
Sabutis from the left, and it's good.
And Lithuania is looking awfully confident early on in the first 8 minutes of the game. They are stroking it.
Well, they're asking some questions of that Italian defense. Already 20 points, and we still got a couple of minutes to go here. And Bellinelli answers.
He challenges Valanciunas in the lane, was just kind of scooped it around him. Didn't go over him.
Machulis puts it on the deck and left his feet, nowhere to pass it. That triggers now the run for Italy, and Aradori gets in and confidently puts it up off the glass.
And Pietro Aradori, as the tournament goes on, he is providing more and more minutes for Coach Pianigiani. He's making some key plays and smart plays.
Well, he started a couple of years ago.
But in the first few games in Berlin, he just was not getting much of a time.
Valanciunas misses, and only white shirts under there for the rebound. And now a Bellinelli 3 could tie it. But he passes it up, gets it out to Cinciarini. Good! Free ball, tie game!
What you asked for, you got there. Not from Bellinelli, but Cinciarini answers your call.
Well, the three-point shot is huge for both of these teams, historically, especially so for Lithuania. But tonight, they're just 0 for 1 from three-point range. Italy have stroked it 4 of 7 times. So they're shooting 57% from three-point range. Lithuania getting most of their success down low, but Italy not doing too badly themselves either.
Well, I think that the Lithuania defense is going to have to be more aware of the perimeter. They got Bellinelli hot and shooting the ball with confidence. Now you got Cinciarini on that last shot stepping in there and also just stroking down the long shot. As you pointed out, I think for Italy, that's what Pianigiani was talking about. Let's look at the replay of the last play. A great penetration by Bellinelli and spotting up by Cinciarini one more time. I think for Italy, it's a lot about defense. That's what you said. I mean, if they play good defense, they are so capable of scoring in so many ways that I think that's not a problem. For them, the issue has been defense.
So Cuisine in the game and not Bargnani, along with Gallinari, Aradori, Bellinelli, and now Daniel Hackett has come in for Cinciarini. And Kuzminskas gets in, and Bellinelli reaches in and commits the foul.
If you talk about a pure athlete, this is Mindauskas Kuzminskas for you. He plays small forward, but he's 2 meters 6 tall, so he's got a lot of height there and explosiveness.
Lekavicius as well as in number 43. And now big Jonas Valanciunas comes out, and the elder statesman, Jevtokas, the captain, comes in. Also, Mačiulis comes out of the game for Lithuania.
Robertas Jevtokas, Coach Kazlauskas spoke about his contribution to the team. He is not necessarily looking for points and rebounds from him and minutes on the court, but he's a huge factor in the locker room because he's been around so long. He understands what it takes to win.
Yeah, he really made a huge splash with Lithuania in 2004 at the Athens Olympics, and they beat that USA team that was coached by Larry Brown. Of course, USA ended up beating Lithuania that year in the bronze medal game. Now, Daniel Hackett brings it up the floor. Lekavicius, the backup point guard on him. Cancun is back in the game as well for Lithuania. Now Bellinelli, and his pass intercepted by Kuzmickas.
And that's Kuzmickas, his long arms and quick hands.
Lekavicius. Lithuania will try to run the clock down a little bit. Kuzmickas, and Kuzmickas kind of lost control of it, and now Italy get it back. And they've got time to get a basket. Aradori. And he draws the foul on the floor. He tried to throw it up towards the basket, but good foul from Jevtokas.
That was a smart try there by Aradori. He knew the foul was coming, so he just kind of tried to flick it up there before Jevtokas fouled him.
So that was only the 4th team foul Lithuania. So excellent play by Jevtokas. And 2.9 seconds left here for Italy, and that's plenty for Bellinelli to get off a 3. And he got nothing but net, but unfortunately, it was nothing but the outside of the net. So, unfortunately for Italy, that is. And Lithuania will take a 21-20 lead here to the benches at the end of the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are hoping for different countries and cities to support your team and have a chance to...
Georgia, you know, we've talked about the stats already. But one factor in this game that we haven't spoken about is Gigi Zatomi and how, you know, his absence, because he got injured earlier in this tournament, and you know it's unlikely that he's going to play again.
I think he's out for the tournament. It's been clear since Berlin. But how about the statement by the team captain to stay around? He didn't go back to his club, and you can be sure that there's some pressure from the club if you get injured for the national team. But he stayed on. I watched the practice in the morning. He's the first one to walk out. He always stands next to Coach Pianigiani. He's the leader of the team. He's saying, hey guys, I brought you here as a captain, and I am staying regardless if I'm injured or not.
Because the captain never abandons the ship.
He's the last one. That's right. You got that right. And no matter how rough the seas are, just bring the ship in.
Zatomi has left the NBA, decided to come back to play for Fenerbahce. His general manager is Maurizio Girardini, might be worth saying. Former assistant GM oh, look at that. Former assistant GM of Toronto. Second quarter action underway here in Lille between Lithuania and Italy. The Lithuanians up by 1 here in this quarterfinal. And a foul on Malaknis.
He's getting some run early on, as you saw the replay of that last play of his foul. Wasn't much used there in the 8th final game against Georgia.
Well, he got into foul trouble. He got 3 first-half fouls. He did hit a big 3 in that game. Now, Bellinelli goes to work on Jankunas, puts up a 3, rims out, and Gallinari kept it alive for the Azzurri.
And that's a great effort by Gallinari. He didn't have a chance at the rebound, but just tipped it out to one of his teammates.
He got his hand on that pass. And here's Gallinari, just goes up strong and draws the foul on Jevtokas.
And right now, he's the #1 fouled man in the whole Eurobasket, attempting 14 free throws per game. That is impressive statistics. Look at that right here, just taking it strong, and Iftokas drawing the foul. He's been doing that every single game that I have seen him play in the Eurobasket.
Well, he misses the first. If he makes this one, he'll tie it. Of course, he's had to overcome so many injury problems in his career. You can see what he's averaging, though, 18.5 points. He's got that 3 points today. He makes 1 of 2. So Lekavicius in the game and brings it up the floor against Hackett. Milaknis for 3. And now Hackett gets the long rebound, whips it over to Bellinelli, left open and fouled by Kuzminskas.
And just go back a few words here against Gallinari. Kuzminskas picks up his first foul. He is number 3. This was the foul by Kuzminskas. Number 3 in the tournament points per game, 18.5. So Danilo Gallinari just playing some huge minutes and playing big there for Italy.
Aladori up top. Now gets inside, and Yankunas reaches in and commits the foul. Boy, Aladori has really made an impact off the bench.
But did you see it? I mean, he's so patient, he just takes Yankunas out. He understands that he's got the advantage in speed and goes directly at him, draws the foul. He's playing some mature basketball.
All knotted here early in the second quarter. Aladori stops and pops. He's doing a little bit of everything.
He has changed so much from the beginning of the tournament, where he was playing really sparingly, just coming off the bench for small sequences, but now he feels welcome on the floor.
Kuzminskas. See how Lithuania respond trailing here. And the dump to Yavtokas, and Yavtokas draws the foul from Bellinelli. That's his second.
That was a great take by Kuzminskas. The way he spun in the lane and dropped it off to Yavtokas for almost an easy finish. Look at him one more time, the spin move. This is an athlete that you have in Kuzminskas. He's been criticized sometimes to look too much for his own points, but if he plays like this, if he plays team basketball and tries to involve his teammates, he is so valuable to the Lithuanian team.
Well, the Lithuania Brain Trust over there discussing matters. Jonas Kazlauskas. He's also coached Greece's national team and China's national team. And Yavtokas makes 1 of 2. It's actually his second stint with Lithuania, Kazlauskas. Aladori up top. Puts it on the deck, hands it off to Kuzin, and Kuzin goes up strong.
Nice strong take by Kuzin after receiving the drop pass. And again, Aladori doing positive things for the Italians. You would expect Hackett to take over playmaking, but not, it's Aladori.
Kalnietis, the long one, and Aladori with the rebound.
He's a big guard. He's even going to help you in the rebounding department.
Gallinari now. Backs up Milaknis. Gets it to Hackett. And the left-hander, that's off. And Gallinari kept it alive again. And the Italians scrap away. And it's Marco Kuzin.
That's some tough basketball. And Kuzin is just fired up that he got a loose ball and laid it in. Great effort by the Italians.
Second effort. Milaknis puts up a 3. Good! That's why they want him out there.
That's a momentum change right there with that 3-pointer by Milaknis. That's a huge basket.
Well, he was a full meter behind the arc there. Didn't hesitate. Gentile penetrates. They work it around. Good passing by the Italians. Kuzin misses. Maybe didn't end up with the best jump shooter. And the foul by Aradori.
That's a hard foul on Kuzminskas. But just looking at the stat sheet, you know, one thing that's been bothering me around Daniel Hackett, you see the replay of the scrappy play by the Italians. That's about attitude that you bring to the floor. Look at the enthusiasm by Kuzin. The thing that's been bothering me about Daniel Hackett, I was really expecting a lot more leadership from him. And right now, he's shooting only 30% from the three. And his shot, excuse me, but it's not looking very comfortable. He doesn't look for the three-pointer. And in his club, he can knock down some big-time shots.
He is in a team, though, with a lot of players that can shoot the three. So,
but does he look confident, though, when he's taking a three-pointer? To me, he's not looking confident with that shot.
Well, I guess there are times when he's going to end up with the ball in his hands. He's going to have to shoot the three. He's going to have to find that confidence. So Nicola Melli in the game, number 17, who's played very well for Italy. And also Bargnani's back in. And Gentile misses. Hackett tried to keep it alive. Now Lithuania with a chance to go back in front. Sabudas just gets inside, puts it up. Shot was affected by the tall Italian players down low. Kalnietis gets it and intercepted. Great play defensively by Melli. Hackett almost turned it over, but fortunately for him, no Lithuanian was there. Aradori now goes behind his back. Uses the screen, back to Bargnani. And Valanciunas comes down with it, holds his mouth.
He was hit by Aradori, I think, who was trying to get the offensive rebound, at least his hand in there.
And good D, but the foul called on, was it Hackett?
He held Machulis, who was rolling to the basket. That's the third foul as a team for Italy.
Yeah, Lithuania have already committed 4 team fouls. Oh, he got it. His hand just kind of got him on the follow through.
Oh, that was not intentional at all.
Nah.
And I think Jonas Machulis,
he made a meal out of it.
Valanciunas is tough enough that he's going to shake it off, no problem.
Sabudas gets inside, and again, those Italians, a tall front line, or at least they're looking tall on those drives. Aradori runs the baseline. Now he pops up top. He's got the three, but that's going to be just a little short. Valanciunas with another rebound. 4 rebounds to go. That's 8 points. And Kalnietis actually lost it as Hackett came running from behind to knock it out of his hands.
That was a great defensive recovery by Daniel Hackett, who was out of the play, but he hustled back and bothered the pass off. Okay, one more time right here. He's beat, but he hustles back, gets all ball, and it's a traveling call on Kalnietis. That's just a great hustle play. I don't think that was a mistake by Kalnietis.
So Sabudas will bring the ball up the floor most likely for Lithuania with Kalnietis now out. Machulis back into the game. Bargnani! Goes right down the lane!
That's with authority. That's what you like to see from Andrea Bargnani. Just take it down the middle.
The man from the Eternal City. And the pass batted away by Hackett. Out to Machulis for 3. It's good!
Nerves of steel by Jonas Machulis. He's rising his game to another level.
He is indeed raising his game, but now Gentile gets kept, puts it up over the rim and in. Now the game, the pace picking up a little.
How about Gentile? He makes it look easy. He doesn't rush it right there. What a lay-in over Kuzminskas.
This game is heating up. Kuzminskas drives in, and good D from Melli. Now Hackett seems to be finding his way into the game now, Hackett. And you see the versatility again. Bargnani puts it on the deck. And this time Valanciunas goes up for a man's rebound.
Oh, he was going with the Dr. J underhand shot.
Maciulis goes up against Aradori. And Maciulis too hard. And Valanciunas leaves his feet. Then Malaknis just kind of loses it. And then is kind of bailed out by the foul from Aradori.
But it is a dogfight right there. Very physical game since the beginning. And Jonas Valanciunas just dives for the ball. Sacrifices his body. He's holding his elbow right now. But he fought that rebound hard for Lithuania. Look at the Jam City, baby! By Bargnani. Wow!
You know, he perhaps hasn't lived up to expectations as a professional ever since he left Benetton Treviso for the NBA.
Number one
but
pick.
he's still got some, you know.
He was the number one pick taker. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on you.
After playing for David Black at Benetton that year. How do you assess? He's had a good tournament though, hasn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, he is not a dominant player that you just give him the ball, but he's doing all the right things for Italy. And if he is hitting his outside shot, a three-pointer, after the screen and pop, then he's extremely dangerous.
Sabutis out. Now Maciulis. Maciulis gets inside. Oh, he's pinned. Oh, no. And they're going to call goal interference. Ooh, I'm not sure about that.
That's a tough call because the rule is if the ball touches the backboard.
Exactly. Watch. Full marks to Maciulis for attacking the basket. Oh. Boy, that's close. I'd have to look at it again.
I don't even know from the replay. No, good call.
I think it's a good call. Goodness
Wow.
me. Just goes to show these referees.
Top class.
Absolutely. I mean, they come under so much criticism. We were just writing off their call, and there it was proven right by the video. Great camera work. Gentile inside. And Valanciunas with the rebound. So a great defensive play. We thought it was. But in fact, it turned out to be an excellent play by Valanciunas. And a good call by the ref. And now Lithuania with a chance to go back in front. Kuzminskas for three. Good!
And this is an extra thing, a contribution that you get for Kuzminskas. He's a slasher, he's a cutter to the basket, but if he can score it from the outside, that's a bonus.
Gentile gets inside, puts it up, and can't get it to fall.
He is playing a little bit too much individualistically on the last two possessions. He needs to pass the ball a little bit more, involve his teammates.
Sabutis. Well, neither team really able to put any distance between themselves and the other.
But look at the great defenses played by both of the teams.
Aradori goes to his left and challenges Jonas Valanciunas. Absorbed the contact.
I cannot have enough praise here for Pietro Aradori. He's opening up so many eyes.
Well, he's been the player of the half for Italy, without question, in the second quarter. And this time Sabutis goes down. Looked like Aradori may have got away with a bump. And he brings it across midcourt. Just from game to game, you just simply do not know who's going to step up. Bargnani, the jumper. And the excellent offensive rebound tip in from Melli.
Look at Nicola Melli just being at the right place at the right time for the tip in.
Well, you've got to attack the glass, and you got to pay tribute to him. I mean, he's coming off the bench, Aradori's coming off the bench, and they're really bringing it.
And Melli would be probably the player that everybody helps off of because he is not a great threat offensively, so he uses that to his advantage.
Three-point shooting, you see Lithuania now heating up a little bit, 3 of 6. Italy at the end of the first quarter, Italy were 4 of 8, so they've only hit 1 in this second quarter.
But double the attempts by the Italians, 13 to 6 of Lithuania. This is the scoring offensive rebounds 5 points of the offensive board. I don't think it's much of a factor, only 3 offensive boards. I think you got big bodies on both sides, and they are doing a pretty good job of boxing out so far. But Pietro Aradori has been just a revelation there.
Could have got a foul called there too. Look at this.
Wow, I mean, he just got it.
Some leagues that would be a foul. I mean, I think Valanciunas was fortunate.
I think going back to your comment there, you said he absorbed a lot of contact. That was an understatement.
Yes, the master of the understatement. So Kalnietis gets it to Sabutis. Final minute of a riveting first half of this quarterfinal. This is what it's all about, folks. International basketball. Machulis, bounce pass. It was low to Valanciunas. He gets it back. He puts it up, and it's in.
Good basket there by Valanciunas. I think he's getting his confidence back really quickly after that tough game against Georgia.
Yeah, he's almost on a double-double. 10 points and 8 rebounds.
And this is what you almost expect from him.
Well, Gentile hangs in the air, misses, but again, the second effort, and this time Bargnani unable to tip it in. Final 15 seconds of the first half. If Lithuania can take the clock down, they'll go to halftime with the lead no matter what. Kalnietis puts up a 3, and now Aradori puts up a long one, and he got some backboard. I think we couldn't have asked for a better half of basketball. What drama between Italy and Lithuania. It's Lithuania on top 37 to 36. Well, the halftime stats, to look at it, 50% shooting inside the arc for the Lithuanians. They're pretty even on the boards.
Across the board, if you ask me. I mean, everything is so close in all the statistical categories that's why we have a 1-point game for Lithuania here at the half.
Yeah, you've got the 4 steals to the Italians, which is impressive. And again, Valanciunas with 1 more rebound, and he's already got a double-double.
But look at the contribution off the bench by Pietro Aradori. We said he's playing with so much confidence. He was not on the board. It was Marco Bellinelli leading the Italians with 8 points. But still, Pietro Aradori, to me, is the man for Italy in the first half, getting 7 points and getting also 4 rebounds to go with that.
So 37-36, Lithuania on top of Italy in this Eurobasket quarterfinal.
On va aller chercher donc cette serviette sur le banc lituanien, une serviette qui a effectivement servi lors de la première, des 2 premiers cartons. Et puis on va vous offrir également sous la forme actuellement d'un gros billet effectivement, mais c'est réellement pour ce Lucky Fan 1 an de produits Head & Shoulders, fresh and clean pour le Lucky Seat. On n'est pas jaloux, on va l'applaudir une nouvelle fois, Lefteris Theotokis, le grand vainqueur ce soir pour Head & Shoulders. And he speaks French. Say merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Attention, chers amis, on va vous demander d'accueillir un garçon, une fille qui vont s'exprimer dans quelques instants à l'occasion du Quick Challenge. Vous les voyez, ils sont équipés avec des maillots un petit peu grands, Dès là-bas, je vous les présente. J'aimerais qu'on les applaudisse très fort, il y a forcément un petit peu de stress parce qu'il y a du monde ce soir. Donc j'aimerais qu'on applaudisse, on va commencer par les dames. Ileana qui est avec nous, est-ce qu'on peut l'applaudir un peu? C'est pas mal, vous auriez pu faire mieux quand même. À ses côtés, il y a également Flavio qui est là, on peut l'applaudir Flavio? Très bien. Vous connaissez la mission, alors on va partir parce qu'il vous manque un accessoire, c'est bien sûr les chaussures piques géantes. On vous lance, attention, 3, 2, 1, top, c'est parti. Vous les retrouvez donc à l'occasion de ce Pick Challenge. Ils vont devoir passer les chaussures, venir faire quelques tours ici autour des ballons et puis dans la foulée, aller marquer le premier qui va marquer. Oh là là, on a perdu les chaussures. On a perdu les chaussures. Pick, vous savez qui équipe notamment les deux meilleurs meneurs au jeu européen. On en a eu un il y a quelques instants sur le match précédent. Ça rentre pas. C'est rentré. On peut l'applaudir. C'est Ileana qui l'a remporté. Ah oui, on va peut-être avoir un arbitre à Théon parce qu'elle a perdu les chaussures. Mais je pense quand même que ça va passer comme ça. On va lui remettre effectivement. Elle va gagner. Je vais parler de ses grands champions, notamment Milos Teodosic qui a joué tout à l'heure. Et bien sûr, un garçon que vous appréciez ici à Lille, c'est Tony Parker. C'est la chaussure de Tony Parker, celle qu'il porte actuellement sur l'Eurobasket 2015 et qu'il en a vient de gagner. Bravo, jeune fille, t'es contente?
Ah ouais?
Ça c'est la question plus bête, forcément on est ravi de gagner une paire de chaussures comme ça, à sa taille bien sûr, ça ne sera pas des grandes comme ça, ça c'est vraiment génial. On fait la petite photo et puis juste derrière, ben voilà, on va enchaîner avec un autre petit concours sympa. Merci à Pic et merci à vous deux, Ileana, Flavio, qui ont participé à ce premier concours de la mi-temps. Et on peut les applaudir une nouvelle fois, surtout la gagnante, Ileana qui l'emporte, bravo à Flavio aussi.
Watching as the credits all roll down, crying. No, we're playing to a full house. No heroes, villains, one to blame. Well,
Intersport, the official fan shop of Eurobasket 2015, #1 in sport retail in the world, presents you the Intersport on va y arriver, contest. Allez, le contest Intersport, c'est avec deux garçons cette fois-ci. Ça va les amis? Ça va les gars, vous êtes bien, vous êtes chaud? Ouais. Voilà. Qui c'est Thibaut? Qui c'est Jules? Voilà. Est-ce qu'on peut applaudir Thibaut et Jules, les deux en même temps? On va voir comment ils s'en sortent. Vous voyez, vous devinez un petit peu le parcours, évidemment, il y a un petit parcours. Vous êtes tous les deux basketteurs. Bon, c'est clair. Qui va gagner?
Moi.
Ah bah ouais, c'est sûr. Qui va gagner?
Moi.
Ah bah oui, c'est sûr. Alors attention, on va vérifier justement les garçons qui va gagner. Le temps de se retourner pour aller chercher les deux ballons. Vous êtes prêts? Allez, dans le parcours bleu ici. Attends. Allez, on va faire le compte à rebours et tout. Attention. 3, 2, 1, c'est parti. Allez, Intersport, hein. On vous le rappelle bien sûr, on le retrouve ici sur le site, c'est la boutique officielle de l'Eurobasket 2015. Vous y passez quand vous voulez avant les matchs, après les matchs. Et donc là, ça a croisé méchant. Là. Ça a croisé méchant, mais c'est notre ami Jules qui est devant. Et c'est Jules qui va marquer, c'est Jules qui va remporter. Alors ça c'est super. Bon, pas trop déçu. Ah si, trop. Thibaut vraiment un petit peu vénère, un peu déçu, mais bon c'est pas trop grave. Il y a également de très beaux cadeaux que vous allez donc gagner ici. Regardez le t-shirt. On va pouvoir l'afficher un petit peu pour faire la photo souvenir. Et comme il n'y a pas de perdant avec Intersport, eh bien on gagne aussi des cadeaux ici. Il y a des bracelets sympas. La petite photo bien sûr. Voilà. Génial. Bravo les garçons. Merci. Et on vous rappelle bien sûr qu'Intersport, la boutique officielle de l'Eurobasket de 2015, c'est aussi le numéro 1 mondial de la distribution d'articles de sport avec dans 63 pays, pas moins de 5830 boutiques. Merci Intersport, merci à tous pour cette petite pause à la mi-temps.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick look at the statistics from the first half of this quarterfinal game between Italy and Lithuania. Very close game. The leading scorer for Italy is Marco Bellinelli with 8 points. The leading scorer for Lithuania is Jonas Valančiūnas with 10 points. As for rebounds, total rebounds in the first half for Italy, Pietro Anadori with 4. And for Lithuania, it's also Jonas Valančiūnas with 9. Assists, the leading assist in Italy is Andrea Cincerini with 2. And for Lithuania, it's Renaldas Seibudis with 4 assists.
Alors les joueurs sont revenus un petit peu sur le terrain 6 minutes avant la reprise du jeu. On vous donne quelques statistiques sur la première mi-temps. Le meilleur scoreur, c'est le numéro 3 pour l'Italie, Marco Bellinelli avec 8 points. Le meilleur rebondeur, il s'agit du numéro 4, Pietro Aradori. Et au niveau de la passe, le meilleur passeur, c'est le numéro 20, Andrea Cicciarini. Et pour la Lituanie, avec 10 points, le meilleur scoreur de la première mi-temps, le numéro 17, Jonas Valančiūnas. Pour le meilleur passeur avec 4 passes, le numéro 10, Renaldas Seibudis. Et le meilleur rebondeur, il s'agit du numéro 17, Jonas Valančiūnas.
Pour chacun à réagir, à lancer ses petits messages sur le hashtag Eurobasket 2015. Share your experience on hashtag Eurobasket 2015 pour communiquer avec les copains, la famille, un petit peu partout dans le monde bien sûr, et quelques tweets, regardez, qui circulent. On en a des dizaines, des centaines qui nous arrivent. Et les plus sympas sont évidemment repris sur les écrans géants.
37-36, Lithuania on top of Italy here at halftime of the last quarterfinal of Eurobasket 2015. The winner will advance to play Serbia. And that's not going to be an easy task, any stretch of the imagination, but first things first, it's not going to be easy for either of these teams to get through this. George, we couldn't have asked for a better first half.
It's been dead even on all fronts there between Lithuania and Italy. I'm just really finding it very difficult to find any discrepancy there in the stats column. What's impressive, and it just does the whole story, just underlines it, 8 lead changes there that we had in the first half. Lithuania enjoying a bit more of the lead. They led for 11 minutes while Italy for 6.5 minutes. So we called for a physical game because you got some big bodies there on both sides of the floor. Lithuania and Italy, a lot of experience, and this is exactly what we are seeing, a dogfight, a battle for every single situation, every possession. It's not easy. on defense or defense of any of those teams?
Well, for my money, I think Lithuania have an advantage, if only because they've been here. They've been here a lot. They've been here a lot in recent times. Italy really have, I don't think, really been knocking on the door
Italy's
of the semifinals for a long time.
That's right. I mean, they are looking to try to get back into their past form. Of course, Italy is historically a very successful basketball country. It used to be a powerhouse, but lately they are looking to knock back on the door of the semifinal or a major achievement, a success in the Eurobasket or any kind of tournament like that. But if you ask about prediction for me, I think that the small, tiny details will decide in the second half. It's because this is going to come down to one play, one small details, one rebound, one deflection, one costly turnover.
Okay, so you mentioned the word prediction. What is your prediction?
It's going to be a close game till the end, and then what player comes to play on one side is going to decide the game. It's going to come down to one play, one big play.
Let's don't forget how explosive Marco Bellinelli is, as he showed against Spain in Group B. He really got hot in the second half. Maybe this will be his game, but we're about to find out. 37-36 Lithuania at halftime. Second half action underway here in Lille between Lithuania and Italy in the last of the quarterfinals at Eurobasket 2015. Gallinari is guarding Jankūnas. Jankūnas passes out to the perimeter. Now Sabutis puts up a mid-range jump shot, and Cicciarini was able to knock the ball over to his teammate.
And Sabutis was well challenged and covered on that shot. Not much of a look for him.
Bellinelli over to Bargnani. Off the rim, wide open.
And he usually makes that shot from the free throw line. Andrea Bargnani is a very good shooter.
Sabutis gets it to Jankūnas, now Kaunietis. Jankūnas backs up Cicciarini. Touch pass, Maciulis wide open, his own line, good!
He was wide open, great ball movement. There was a double team there on the post when Jankūnas was backing up Cicciarini. And then what happens? Open shot in the corner.
Well, Maciulis right now is playing himself into consideration for the all-tournament team. If they go on and win this game, look out. His star is really taking off. Now, Gentile for three. And Maciulis doing a good job of boxing out Gallinari. Now, Valanciunas goes to work against Bargnani. Bargnani has the hands up, and big man Valanciunas.
And this is old school basketball right here. Jonas Valanciunas backing in against Bargnani and then goes for the sweeping hook to the middle. You don't see that so often anymore.
And Bellinelli drives in with the left-handed shot, no good, but a foul on Lithuania.
And that was a difficult shot by Bellinelli because he picked it up off the dribble with only one hand. And it was a left hand, so it was off hand. You saw the replay on that situation. And this was the great ball movement by the Lithuanians and an open three-pointer for Jonas Maciulis.
Maciulis with a relatively quiet 12 points. Gallinari, well, he got inside, then kind of flung it up there. The little finger roll, puts up a little jump shot, and the follow by Gentile.
He was just hanging around the rim, and all of a sudden goes up and explodes. Look at the shot by Gallinari. And the finish by Gentile.
Yep, the authoritative finish. Good defense from Bellinelli. Valanciunas passes up the jumper. Lithuania in no rush. Now Maciulis puts his head down and he's denied by Bargnani. Oh, what a play from Valanciunas from behind the backboard.
He just kind of slid into that play. And that was a difficult shot there.
What an answer he's providing tonight after his tough game against Georgia. He's already got a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Gallinari drives in, puts up the layup. Nothing County-Etas can do.
He's a relentless driver down the lane. If you give him an angle, he's going to attack. Don't forget that he's 2 meters and 8 centimeters tall, so he is very difficult to stop on the dribble.
The drive from Sabutis, and this time neither Gallinari nor Gentile can stop Sabutis.
Gentile was coming from the weak side, but he was there just half a step too late.
Gallinari probes up top, drives again, and gets swatted by Machulis. And Pianigiani is going to ask for timeout. He goes to Jankonis, and Lithuania now have opened up an 8-point lead. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Well, what a magnificent sight that is for Lithuania. And here's Pianigiani trying to keep this ship afloat. They are facing now a very confident Lithuania team that has just really stormed out of the gate quickly here. And what has been the secret for Lithuania?
Well, I think that Lithuania just come together as a team. They're playing team basketball. They are attacking and getting everybody involved. And you see the shooting percentages right there. If you look at Italy attacking the basket, it is only one person playing one-on-one basketball while the other 4 players are just standing around. So they are not involving all 5 players. You got drive here by Gallinari. It's getting blocked. On the other side, you get an easy basket for Lithuania. Jankunas just finishes on the fast break. Lithuania is just playing with more experience. This is what you said.
Well, I thought that experience would be the key for Lithuania, but certainly a long time to go. 6.5 minutes here in the third quarter. And in the zone are Lithuania. Gentile up top. And give and go, and he goes up for the two-handed rim rocker.
Against Machulis.
That's how you beat a zone. Well, that was beautiful give and go there with Gallinari and Gentile. Now Lithuania have it back. Kuzmitskis, it's online, but it's just a little left, in fact. Cicciolini back for Italy.
A lot of contact between Bargnani and Valanciunas.
And Gentile again. Oh, and I thought he was going to miss it, but he laid it up off the glass, and just like that, it's back to a 4-point game.
That was the biggest lead after the timeout for Lithuania. 8 points, we got it down to 4, and we got a ball game coming up.
Gentile guards Machulis. Tough shot from Machulis. Gallinari grabs it with both hands. Here come the Azzurri. Over to Cicciolini. Back to Bargnani from the top. It's good! It's just a 4-point game. And just like that, a 7-0 run coming out of the timeout for Italy.
What a timeout for Pianigiani. 7-0. You think even he expected that?
He's taking his gun and he's put it back in his holster. Well, forget the experience factor. And I just wonder if Lithuania going to the zone helped Italy, because that give and go just triggered everything.
I mean, just the boost of energy that they got from the dart from Gentile was unbelievable. And how about Bargnani just finishing almost a fast break with a 3-pointer?
Well, that's one of their 3-pointers. You can see 6 3-pointers for Pianigiani.
And even he's fired up. Look the way he's directing the traffic during that timeout.
Forza Italia, there it is. That was the play that just really set Italy on their way with that run.
Wow, what a take right there by Gentile.
And this is what capped it. Well, at least it hasn't been completely capped. Look at that. Well, we thought he was the key coming in. He didn't have a great first half, but he's starting to pick it up in the second.
But he never gives up. Never gives up.
Well, he's got a team-high 12 points. So he has really picked it up. Cicciolini all over County-Etas. Now Machulis just gets inside and gets a man's 2 points.
Such a difficult drive by Machulis. I don't even know how he completed that over Bargnani. And Bargnani has been doing a good job of patrolling the lane. He's not blocking so many shots, but he's changing a lot of shots.
Well, that was a real big basket from Maciulis. Now, again, Gallinari gets inside, hands it off to Bargnani, and now Bargnani has found his stroke.
And he's got such a soft touch. If you give him confidence, he's going to shoot a shot all night long.
And Gentile went for the steal. Now Maciulis again gets inside. This time his pass, one pass too many. Cinciarini a 2-on-2, and he's going to bring it back.
A smart play by Cinciarini. There was nobody sprinting up the lane.
Bellinelli. Bargnani left open. And Kalnietis with the rebound.
I was going to almost knock you down the chair if you made that three-pointer.
We got to watch the crevice over here. I don't want to be falling underneath this stage. Kalnietis. Inside to Valanciunas now. Oh, and Valanciunas just, he had the hard work done, and then the ball just slipped out of his hands.
I think he just exerted so much energy backing down Bargnani that the ball, he couldn't control the ball after the turner.
And Bargnani's been warned about flopping. Bellinelli over to Gallinari. Go! And the Italians have gone back in front.
That's a 10-0 run here now by the Italians, I believe. Oh, Maciulis scored on the drive,
yes.
So it's 10-2.
This game is heating up nicely. Sabonis over to Kuzminskas. He gets inside and puts it up and in.
Again, a great drive here by a very long Mindaugas Kuzminskas from the wing. Penetrates the heart of defense for Italian.
Bellinelli says, I want him in the act, and he is! A three!
Trifecta here by Bellinelli.
55-52, what a shootout. The three-pointers are falling for Italy, 8 of 19. 4 of 9 for Lithuania. And Cinciarini fouled Kuzminskas. First team foul here in the quarter, remarkably, with 2:47 remaining. So,
and I thought it was a boxing one. Defensive look that the Italians just try to do, and now they, as Cinciarini is saying, it was the last three-pointer by Bellinelli. Look at that over Valanciunas, but now they're going back. If I saw Cinciarini do man-to-man defense, so also they're using different defensive looks there.
oh, how quickly games can change. Now Kalnietis. And Bellinelli with the rebound.
And if there's been one thing that Mantas Kalnietis has been struggling, is the outside shot.
Yeah, he has really not found his stroke the last couple of games. Bargnani at the line!
Talking about finding your stroke, that's under Bargnani. In the third quarter, he's been just unstoppable. Kalnietis shooting only 21% from a three.
And 29% from the floor. His pass inside, alley-oop pass to Kuzminskas. Well, Kuzminskas is really now starting to literally rise to the occasion. Huge talent. Cinciarini. Bargnani just behind the line, and he hits another one. He can't miss.
Same play. They are just running to the perfection. Bargnani setting the pick and then popping to the open spot.
11 points now for Bargnani. Malaknis for three. Go!
It is a shootout with the best shooters taking the center stage.
What a terrific back and forth encounter. Gallinari. Cinciarini's in the corner, alone. Gentile fouled by Yankunas as he gets into the lane. And Gentile wasn't stopping, and Yankunas was draped all over him. Watch this. This is the alley-oop to Kuzminskas.
What a great camera angle. Gentile just kind of fell asleep. There was nobody on the help side.
Just when it seems like just when it seems like one team might start to really put some distance between themselves, and the other team reels them right back in. The winner will play Serbia, and they will be battle tested, that's for sure. Bellinelli, oh, he gets it! And this time Gentili misses the dunk. He wanted the foul.
And that's Kuzminskas just making a strong challenge there. He's got extremely long arms.
Bellinelli puts it up, and he misses. And now Gentili needs to be careful. He needs to get a control of his emotions. We know that he can get carried away.
In one game in Berlin in the group stages, we see the three-pointer here taken by Bellinelli against Spain. He got thrown out for 5 fouls, and the 5th foul was a technical.
This part of his game, though, the power to go into the rack.
But here he was going against a great,
impressive.
But he was going great shot blocker.
He did get hit. Did you think he got hit?
Tough call because Kuzminskas was there early enough, and he's a quick leaper.
I'd have to see it again. Well, Malaknis, now Kaunietis is on his backside. He gets up. 5 on the shot clock. Machulis puts his head down. Kaunietis for 3. Good!
Finally, he makes a three-pointer. Gets a monkey off his back after missing a lot from the outside.
Well, 1 of 3 from three-point range. Oh, and Machulis gives Gallinari a forearm shiver. This game is physical, but he plays it hard and plays it the right way. Look at this.
Oh man.
I'm surprised he didn't get a sportsmanlike on that. That took place right in front of the ref. That was basically a shot to the chest.
I think even the referee was surprised by the
toughness of Gallinari. You got to applaud him on that one, but it was a little too much for Machulis. Now, Bellinelli whips it to Cincinnati. He puts up a 3 and off the front of the rim. So just like at the end of halftime, Lithuania clinging to a 1-point lead. George, the good games just keep coming one after the other here at the Eurobasket. Italy and Lithuania right at 50% or more inside the arc.
Lithuania passing the ball a bit better. They're 18 assists for Lithuania, only 13 for Italy.
And Italy not really getting to the line, just 1 of 2.
That was the shove here by Machulis. I mean, that was a hard foul.
Yeah, that's just too much. But I think, in fairness to the referee who was closest, he was kind of behind and maybe didn't see the forearm.
And also give some credit to Gallinari to keep his cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big challenge there. A lot of contact.
This is one of the plays right here that really set Italy on their way.
But look at this game, the partial score by the quarters. 1 point for Lithuania. Second and third quarter, dead even.
And you said it at halftime. It's going to be details. It's going to come down to one play, isn't it? These teams simply cannot pull away. I mean, it's just close. They know what's at stake. Look at that.
I mean, the biggest lead for Lithuania was 8. Biggest lead for Italy was 6. But then, when they, like you said, the other team just cannot find energy or the way to create some separation more than the single digits.
Kuzminskas has really played well. Now, the 2 teams that reached the final qualify for the Olympics, and the teams that finished 3rd through 7th will earn places to FIBA Olympic qualifying tournaments. The team that loses this game is going to be absolutely gutted. It is not going to be a pretty sight. Fourth quarter action underway. Hackett has come in for Italy. Aradori, who was such a pivotal figure in the first half, back in for the Italians as well. Back to Hackett. Over to Bargnani. Aradori on the baseline. And you almost wonder if he's been sitting out too long because he didn't even get in the third quarter. Hackett trying to put the D. Malaknis left open. Good!
That's a third three-pointer for Milaknis. He's hitting some huge shots there for Lithuania. As you said, he was in foul trouble against Georgia, but coming up big today.
Well, Bellinelli had his shirt tugged. He was able to get the ball. Now gets in the lane, puts up the jumper, and it's good.
Over Milaknis. Great composure on the shot.
Boy, these Italian jump shooters are something else. Kalnietis absorbs the contact and gets inside and scores.
That's a great defense by Hackett. He stayed with Kalnietis all the time, but just a great shot by Kalnietis.
Well, Kalnietis was struggling. All credit to him. He stuck with it. Now Bargnani gets inside and draws the foul from Jevtokas.
And this is smart because you know that Roberto Jevtokas is going to go on the court for a few minutes only. He is not warmed up. He's a big man. 35 years old, the oldest player on the team, so Bargnani just attacks him because he's been in good rhythm.
I prefer to say 35 years young.
That was a tough shot by Kalnietis. What a composure and balance getting over Hackett. Ten lead changes in the game.
Through the first 3 quarters. And up to this point as well, since Lithuania were leading.
And you are putting me on the spot to make a prediction. I cannot believe that you're putting me in that spot.
Can you do me a favor and make it before the end of the game, please?
I thought we had a good thing going on between you and me, Jeff.
Well, Bargnani is really excelling now as well for Italy here in the second half. Didn't have the best first half, but here he is now. He's got 13 points, so he and Bellinelli each with team highs. Milaknis has the ball knocked out of his hands by Bellinelli. I think overall these referees are doing an excellent job. You know, they're letting them reach in, knock the ball out. You know, letting them play. That's what we want to see.
After they called a technical basket on such a close call, I got no comments about the referees anymore.
Kalnietis hands it off, and Hackett reaches in and steals it. And then, it's that foul again by Milaknis. And quite frankly, folks, we need to throw that foul, that tactical foul, kick it in the touch, throw it somewhere where you can never find it. It doesn't belong in basketball.
Preach on.
What's that?
Preach on.
Oh, preach on. I'm preaching from the same pulpit? No, what is it? We're singing from the same hymn sheet. Now Bargnani. Sorry, Gallinari. Oh, they left Bargnani open. Oh, quick hands from Maciulis. Look at Maciulis diving for the ball. Bargnani gets it back, and a foul called on Kuzminskas, but you know, I am simply in awe of how hard Maciulis plays.
The intangibles, you don't see that. The dive on the floor, the scrappy play when he knocks the ball out of hands of Bargnani. You don't see that on the score sheet. But this is what you call a glue guy. The guy's who's gonna go to the line for you, who's gonna go to the battle every time, every possession down the court.
I'm getting a Maciulis Lithuania shirt before this is over. I'm gonna buy one.
Well, they were actually talking about introducing the new currency, the Maciulita.
So many, the kick, that'll keep it with Italia. So many, I mean, Maciulis was at the center of the social media after his performance against Georgia, the 34-point performance when he did so many different things to help his team win. Hackett back to Bargnani, he's wide open, and this time stays out, and Gallinari not able to rebound it, so Lithuania still with a 2-point lead. This is going to be a nervous ride for both of these teams' fans. The rest of the way, Milaknis was well short.
I think that Jonas Valanciunas is going to have to adjust his defense a little bit because Bargnani has been sizzling hot in the second half. He's not going to have to. Valanciunas has to be careful about patrolling the lane and taking the interior. He's going to have to stay with Bargnani on the outside.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Shirt tug spotted by the Croatian referee on Kuzminskas. I think you see a lot of shirt tugs that don't go called.
It's a physical game. I mean, you got two big teams against each other. Lots at stake, as you said, the semifinal of the Eurobasket 2015.
Bellinelli, bounce pass, what a play. Aradori couldn't catch it though. Back to Bellinelli, it's a three, but that's going to be short.
Oh, he had a great look and all the time in the world, Marco Bellinelli.
I think they would have passed up the Aradori shot to get him the Bellinelli shot, and he just didn't pull the string on it. Sabutis back out to Kuzminskas. Good! A star is born! What a play! 13 points! Now Bargnani drives and the ball knocked out of his hands.
And the foul is on Kuzminskas, isn't it?
Substitution.
This was the last three-pointer by Kuzminskas. And what a big-time shot for him. I mean, he has really bringing the game today to the quarterfinal.
He did have, I remember him having one big game last year at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Spain.
Against the United States.
Yeah, against the USA. Of course, USA won that game.
But it was a game that he came on later on when the game was already decided. I mean, here, he's making a serious impact on the game as it's being decided. So this is a completely different role.
So intriguing encounter. Bargnani makes the first. In fact, that foul was on Jonas Valanciunas. It was his second. And gets the free throws, get it back to 68-65. Oh, the back cut, and Hackett reached in, knocks it away. Hackett gets into the lane. Now Bargnani puts up another jumper. That's short, and all of a sudden Italy are starting to miss their shots.
That's a tough shot by Bargnani because there was not much motion before the shot was taken. You like to involve your teammates more.
Sabutis penetrates, gets inside, back out to Kaunietis. He gets in, he gets it to Jonas Valanciunas for the two-handed dunk.
The extra pass, the unselfish play by Kaunietis, and a great finish by Valanciunas. A bit of a defensive collapse there by the Italians.
Well, a couple of the Italian players looking tired. Bounce pass, and it goes to Bargnani, and he answers.
And that was a smart play because everybody concentrated on Bellinelli. He drops it off to Bargnani.
17 points. Sabutis back outside. Maciulis puts his head down, puts it up and in.
He just does not give up. Jonas Maciulis finds a seam in the Italian defense, and then he drives down. What can you do if he gets to go to the rack?
Yet again, a huge game for Maciulis. Now Bellinelli gets in and misses the shot. He would have had an and one.
And he cannot believe it himself because all of a sudden he was alone.
Boy, that's almost an unsportsmanlike. Surely.
That was because there was nothing between the ball and the basket. This is the last
He wasn't playing the ball either. He was grabbing his arm.
Easily.
So, this was the dump to Valanciunas and the two-handed jam. And Lithuania up 72-67 with 5:10 remaining and a timeout on the floor. So timeout Italy. George, what are your thoughts at this stage of the game?
My thoughts are clear looking at the stat sheet. I see three people on each side taking charge. It's Maciulis, Valanciunas, and Kuzminskas for the Lithuanians. On the other side, here are the percentages by the quarter. It's Bellinelli, Gentile, and Bargnani.
And Gentile is not on the court right now. Will he come back in? Yes, he does.
I don't see much contribution by the other players, but these three players on each side that I just named are just really stepping it up.
Well, they've got, shall we say, four of the big five for Italy, and Bellinelli at the line.
But Italy is going with the strongest five because if you ask me, Hackett is a better option than Cinciarini. So right now, this is the strongest five that Italy, in my opinion, has got at his disposal. And I think the same can be said for the Lithuanians. I mean, we got 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. I don't think the coaches are going to be saving anybody. We don't have a foul trouble with anybody, with the exception of Roberto Zivtokas, who's got 4 fouls.
Well, Cincinnati with the 3 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Across the board contributions for him. And Bellinelli makes just 1 of 2, so it's a 4-point game. Almost a 3-point play, ends up a 1-point play. Sabudas in the right corner, comes out to get it. Bellinelli hawking Sabudas, and that is the first team foul on Italy.
And I think now that Bellinelli's got some words right now with Valanciunas. He's upset that he missed a couple of shots.
And Lithuania will take the ball out from the side.
Well, the competitive juices are flowing for both of these teams. Valanciunas pushed out by Bargnani, gives it back to Maciulis. He's trapped, he gets it back, he goes baseline, and a foul called on Hackett.
And Gentile's got to watch it. I mean, now he waves his hand in frustration. The referees don't like to see that. You cannot embarrass the referee after the call is made.
Yeah, and let's just hope that nothing bad happens in that sense from a temperament standpoint. Well, he plays with emotion. Lietuva is the chant. And Bargnani down low, having it out there with Valanciunas.
That's a huge physical battle. They're on the block. Both guys just tangled up. I think could have gone to offsetting foul, but the foul is called on Bargnani. See this, both guys going at it hard.
So quick fouls picked up by Italy here. Maciulis over to Valanciunas. Good! Whoa, that is a clutch shot.
And that's a soft touch by Valanciunas. We see him operate on the basket a lot more, but he stepped out and showed his range on that shot.
18 and 12 for him. 16 and 7 and 3 for Maciulis. 16.7 rebounds. And Bargnani just couldn't quite control it, and then he gets it back and puts it up and in.
And this is finesse of Bargnani. He almost lost the ball, but after recovering, he puts up a soft jumper from mid-range.
Well, that was almost a must-make. Under 4 minutes now to go. Melaknis passes it to Maciulis, gets inside, and good defense from Hackett. Maciulis couldn't control his shot.
But Gentile took a big chance.
Now Bellinelli gets inside, puts it up and in!
That is a veteran move right there. You expect a jumper from Bellinelli, but he shows that he can go to a post-out game against Melaknis.
Melaknis gets a little bit of space, and Kuzminskas tried to bat it. Now, Valanciunas set the screen for Melaknis, and he had the shot, but he missed it.
I think that Bellinelli is livid at Valanciunas at the moment.
And Bargnani, oh, very tough shot, and he made it!
Are you kidding me? What a shot! Do you believe that? How did he squeeze it through?
Well, he came from the underside of the backboard. Boy, somebody needs to sign this man. He's got 21 points, 5 rebounds. He is leading the way for Italy, and they have knotted it yet again. It's 74. That's a game high, 21 points for Andrea Bargnani. Look at that, 17 of 25 for Italy in the paint, 20 of 31 for Lithuania. And, you know, from a three-point shooting standpoint, both of these teams have hit 8 three-pointers.
But Lithuania, a lot higher success rate there, 8 for 14, 57%, while Italy only 35. But what a game we got here. I mean, I think it's just going to come down. If you ask me about the details, I think it's going to come down also to keeping your cool. We saw a lot of contact there on the screens between Valanciunas and Bellinelli. Bellinelli just really upset. Look at the last shot. It's acrobatic. What an incredible play by Bargnani.
Yeah, as you look at this play, and really, they could have called a foul there. Look at this.
And this is his dexterity. This is his potential. Maybe this is why he was taken as #1 pick in the NBA draft years back.
Bargnani, I mean, he has been mentally tough because he was 1 of 8 in the first half and had just 2 points. So he's got 19 points in the second half. Great performance from Bargnani. Kaunietis gets in, and Bargnani is a wall. And now Italy have it. And really, the tension is palpable. It's incredible. Bellinelli for three. Well, how do you not go back to Bargnani?
Tough shot. Bellinelli is also feeling it. He had a lot of exchanges there against Valanciunas. He took him on a one-on-one situation with all his experience. I can live with that shot.
Maciulis backs up. Gentile gets into the lane. Gentile knocks it out of his hands, but is called for the foul. So that's 4 fouls now on Italy.
It's on a pass-off, so it's not going to be 2 free throws, as Jonas Maciulis was asking the referee.
2:13 remaining. The winner to face Serbia in the semifinals of the Eurobasket. It's Spain and France in the other semi. Sabonis drives in, misses. Look at Gallinari go up and take it away. But the ball goes off of Gallinari and out of bounds.
The referee's going to look at the replay.
Yeah, they're going to look at it. This is excellent play. It looked like Gallinari thought a foul was going to be called, and he kind of stopped playing, and the ball went out of bounds.
You know, my initial reaction is this should be a jump ball, but let's see. If you get an instant replay, you should look at it. This is great.
It looks to me like Gallinari just kind of stopped, like he thought a call was going to be made. Watch this. Oh, look at that. That is almost, you have to say. No, he didn't stop. They were just going at it.
Those are 2 powerful big men. Look at the power right there, Jonas Valanciunas. But he doesn't give up with one hand. He's able to wrestle it away.
This is where you're going to see this angle right here. Did it go off of Valanciunas, or did it go off of Gallinari? I couldn't tell. And they are going to give it to Lithuania.
I think it was off the shoulder of Gallinari.
You mean off the shoulder of Valanciunas?
No, Gallinari.
Gallinari, okay. So you think it definitely is the right call. That's good. The referees have got it right, we think. And less than 2 minutes to go now. Oh, Sabonis dragged his left foot. I don't think the referee saw it. Sabonis gets in the lane. Maciulis for three. Good! His legend grows! Jonas Maciulis is having one heck of a tournament.
The clutch guy for Lithuania, Jonas Maciulis.
And Bellinelli drives in, the ball knocked out of his hands, and it'll still be Italy ball. And he looks at the referee to say, I got killed. But the Croatian doesn't hesitate to say all ball. Watch this. Here it is again. They've got to go back to Bargnani, Gallinari. Oh, Gallinari just turned and drew the foul on Kaunietis. And they are flirting with unsportsmanlike fouls, aren't they? Now, Pianigiani wants an and one here because of the continuation.
No, because of the whistle. There was the whistle, and there was a block after the whistle. You cannot block the shot if the whistle is blown. But I think this is the right call. I mean, Valanciunas was there in time, but the foul happened on the floor before.
I just can't imagine this has turned out to be the best quarterfinal.
Hands down, absolutely, without a doubt.
Although we're not surprised, are we? I mean, we did expect this to be the pick of the games, the pick of the last 8 games.
Because you got great matchups, big bodies under the baskets, and you got great shooters on the outside.
And you got real heroes out there like Maciulis for Lithuania. And tonight is Bargnani for Italy. And 2 free throws from Gallinari, not bring his team to within 1. Kuzminskas gets it to Valanciunas. He goes at Bargnani. Good!
This is what I said. It's going to come down to one-on-one plays. The big people just taking it to the rack.
Boy, Bargnani could not have done anything else in that situation. Just an excellent play from Valanciunas.
Perfect position defense there by Bargnani.
So a foul on Kuzminskas stops the clock and puts Italy on the line.
And this is not a player that you want to have on the free throw line because Gallinari is shooting slightly under 90% from the free throw line in the tournament. 89.8%.
And I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to give him the curse, the commentator's curse.
But he's going out because he's all bloodied up. So How about Pietro Aradori now coming from the bench, having to shoot the free throws instead of Gallinari? How is that there for pressure?
Well, they're saying they're not going to allow him unless they were to call a timeout. So this is a tough break.
You cannot shoot the free throw. Once you have the blood, you have to come off and get it taken care of.
Boy, what a tough break for Italy, but Aradori, well, the question is, can they get Gallinari back in the game soon enough? I guess, did they not call a timeout here and let him get the treatment and go back out?
I think once you call for the blood, it doesn't matter, but it's a good point.
So Aradori is at the line and makes the first. He rattled it in. Boy, he's got some moxie, doesn't he?
But he hasn't.
Look at the Lithuanian fan. That is a priceless picture. Oh, look, it's one of the twins, number 14. What's he doing here? And look at this. These fans are nuts. Look at this. Wow, the drama, 101 remaining, 79-77. Oh, but he only makes one of two. So a costly situation, assuming that Gallinari, a 90% free throw shooter, would have made it. Would have made both. Sabonis gets it back, it goes off of Valanciunas' hands. Valanciunas' hands and back over to Italy.
That was a hard pass right there by Sabonis. It was not bad, but I think he surprised Valanciunas. Really close distance between the two players, and right here you see Sabonis just puts a lot of mustard on that pass.
Nice description. Now, Gallinari. 14 on the shot clock. Gallinari gets inside. Puts it up and in. He would not be denied.
He just squeezed by Kuzminskas. And Kuzminskas is a fast player who can move his feet. But don't do anything about that.
Now there's about a 8-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. Lithuania, will they go for a three? Will they get it to Maciulis? He's going to put his head down. He's going to drive in. He's going to miss it. Italy have a chance in the final 10 seconds now. Gentile. 5 seconds for Gentile. He passes it out to Bellinelli! And we've got overtime. Terrific defense from Lithuania to pressure Gentile as he got to the baseline.
And I think Bellinelli is not happy right now with Gentile that he took it all the way to the corner. He kind of got doubled there and couldn't do anything with the ball. And all that resulted was a desperation shot.
79-79. Overtime Beckett. Well, there it is, folks. But really, you know, you want to talk about one miss for each team there. Maciulis' miss at the end, which could have put his team in front, and then the miss from Bellinelli. Although, you know, tell me what you think about that last play for Italy.
No, there's a huge difference because Maciulis was taking it strong to the basket. He missed badly, but still it was an aggressive move. But on the other side, I could not understand why Gentile was trying to shoot the last shot. I thought he was going to go to Bellinelli, Bargnani, or Gallinari. Those three guys have been sizzling hot in the second half. And all of a sudden, the youngest guy from these four superstars takes the ball and takes the responsibility. I don't think that Bellinelli was very happy.
Look at these guys. This is why you go to basketball games, because you get some extra time. Bonus time for your ticket price. This was the tying basket, Gallinari. See the blood on his shorts.
But do you see how he can finish? I mean, he takes so much contact on the drive. It is unbelievable how he passed by Kuzminskas.
And look at that.
That's an Italian fan, I'm guessing. He would have green hair there if it was from Lithuania. What are you talking about?
Well, you know, I think Italian fans were, you know, had their hearts in their mouths as Maciulis drove down the lane, but he missed his shot, and then it was Lithuanians that had to ride it out. 79-79 overtime here in the last quarterfinal of the Eurobasket between Italy and Lithuania. And You know, we knew it was going to be close, and I guess this just goes to show how close it actually is. We need an extra 5 minutes, at least. Maciulis up top, puts his head down again, loses it out of bounds, and it goes back over to Italy.
And a great defense by Hackett. I mean, I think he just took it as a personal challenge to really shut down Maciulis. You almost expected that shot to go to him. Yep, great defense.
Yeah, but did he not get bumped as he got just inside the lane? It's a physical game, though, isn't it? Here's Bellinelli. An offensive foul called on Bargnani, trying to set the screen.
And he did extend his forearms. Andrea Bargnani on that last pick. It happened just right in front of us. Look at it one more time in the replay. You cannot do that. He didn't do much, but he kind of leaned in, Seibutis.
Now, Kalnietis gets inside. He gets it to Valanciunas, who lays it up and in.
And a heads-up play right there by the Lithuanians. Smart, simple combination. High pick and roll. Dump it down to the roller.
So Italy trailing again. Bargnani from the top. He misses, but the follow from Gallo. And the and one. What an immense play from Danilo Gallinari.
That is a huge play, because if Bargnani missed it and Lithuania went the other way, it would have been looking not so good for the Lithuanians. But look at the rebounding position. He gets over Maciulis, right? Is it Maciulis number 8?
It was. And great call from the referee. He saw Maciulis rake him on his left wrist. Well, he missed it. There we were thinking Adoree had to come out and shoot some free throws that would have been absolute makes. Kalnietis back outside to Yankunas for 3. And Gallinari goes up for the board. Now he looks for an opportunity. Bellinelli brings it. Oh, and the ball off of Bargnani. Now Kalnietis brings it back the other way. They get it to Maciulis, though, and he couldn't control it. It was a tough pass for him to catch.
Look at that. I mean, that's almost a mental lapse right there to pass the ball this fast on the fast break.
Gentili inside with the Italian commentator next to him. He's going crazy. Now, Bargnani.
Mismatch against Seibutis.
Turns to his right. And Maciulis with the board. That's a tough shot for Bargnani.
I don't believe that he didn't back Seibutis, and you don't have the advantage if you're fading away of Andrea Bargnani, 2'13" against Seibutis, 1'90".
Bounce pass and intercepted, no. Yankunas gets it, and a foul called on Gallinari as he was pressuring Yankunas, who looked like he was about to fall out of bounds.
But look at the small details, like the last post-up of Bargnani. This was the play, almost a turnover there for Lithuania. He just kind of had his hand locked up in there.
He had his hand in there trying to keep the pressure on, and then, and Yankunas cleverly, I think, I would say, was able to wrap him up to get the foul.
He gladly takes the free throws.
Look at Kuzminskas getting some words of advice. Well, Yevtukas makes both and takes Lithuania back on top by 2. Seibutis down. Remember, the team that wins plays Serbia in the semifinal.
That's a defensive substitution there if you bring Kuzminskas on. Long and fast.
Well, Gallinari now the man of the moment here. He puts up a jumper, and it's off the rim. And Maciulis grabs the board with 2.5 minutes to go.
And Italy doesn't get the touches offensively. It is really difficult for them to score.
Kalnietis is back to Yankunas. Inside. And Valanciunas tries to go right at Gallinari, who held his ground, and Valanciunas fumbled the ball away.
The first turn was like he hit a wall.
Bellinelli again, and a tough pass. Great hustle. But Gallinari couldn't get it into the paint.
But a great presence of mind, because he would have passed it to the Lithuanians, so he decided in midair, at least he was going to try to throw it at the basket. Great presence of mind and a veteran play by Gallinari.
Boy, this is an almighty struggle. Kalnietis Goes at Hackett. He needs to stand up. Kalnietis. Oh, he hits a three-pointer.
That's a gamble there by Hackett. You don't gamble like that defensively in the overtime.
No, you do not. And now it's a 5-point lead. Bellinelli puts his head down and lays it up and in.
And this is the quickness of Bellinelli. That's the player that they should have gone to in that last play of the regulation.
Now Kalnietis. And it goes to Valanciunas. And the foul before the shot.
Foul is on number 23, Daniel Hackett.
1:25 remaining, 3-point lead for Lithuania. Hackett has 3 fouls. And you know, Hackett was maybe, well, he definitely got a bump, didn't he?
I mean, he did, but you just cannot go down like that.
No.
If it doesn't work, you're giving up a wide open three-pointer. Overtime, 2 minutes to go.
And the much maligned Kalnietis hits a huge 3.
After shooting 26% in the tournament.
You just got to keep shooting them.
Make the big ones.
Nervous moments for Tommy on the right, the captain. He's injured and unable to play in this Eurobasket. Cincinnati on the left. And both free throws good. Back to a 5-point lead with 1:25 to go. Valanciunas out and Yevtokas into the game. Valanciunas goes out and he has 3 fouls, 24 points, and 14 rebounds. Bellinelli again gets inside and this time passes out and Hackett didn't catch it. And right now, Lithuania
is looking very comfortable.
Yeah, and again, the experience factor, you wonder. They've been in this situation before. Well, Italy need to stop. Valanciunas back in on the switch to play offense. Alley-oop pass! Valanciunas lays it up and in!
Execution, perfect execution by the Lithuanians. And we got a 7-point lead with only 1 minute and 8 seconds to go.
Well, Lithuania's biggest lead in the game has been 8 points. They have executed here in overtime much better than Italy. Well, you just wonder, as you look at the assist totals here, when you remember Italy had the ball with what, 10 seconds left?
Yeah, it was 10 seconds.
In regulation.
Yep.
And they didn't really get a good shot.
They didn't get any kind of shot. I mean, this is when they had their chances.
They could have attacked the basket. They could have, you know, now, you know, you give Lithuania new life, and they've come out and they've made some plays. This Lithuania team is not, this Lithuanian national team program is not one of the real powerhouses in international basketball for nothing. We're watching it right now. They are resilient, and they just keep making plays. And right now, Italy's back's to the wall, down 7. They need a shot, and they need it quick. Because Miskas knocks it out. And not the confident looking, well, that's Kazlauskas. He's just peering out. I was thinking Gentile didn't look too confident for Italy. And they get it in bounds. Oh, and he goes up and almost had an and one. Gallinari.
A bit of a luck there for Italy. They couldn't inbound it for the second straight time. I thought it was like a 4.5 second.
Yeah, that was a long count. Valanciunas comes back in. Oh, if he'd only made that shot, Gallinari.
2 free throws for Gallinari.
Well, if he makes this, makes these 2, he gets it back to 5. And now it's a 6-point game. I won't say there's plenty of time, but there is time, if you know what I mean. They go down, they get a stop, maybe get a steal. You know, things can turn around quickly for Italy. And he gets it back now to a 5-point game. So Both teams will obviously in the bonus.
If you're Italy, the tournament comes down to one defensive stop right here.
Kalnietis content, Lithuania content to take some time off the clock. Now Kalnietis whips it to the corner. Jankūnas for three. Good! Jankūnas! And the Lithuanian crowd goes nuts.
That is a huge three-pointer.
Out to Bargnani for three. And Lithuania rebounded. Jankūnas, one of the veterans. 30 seconds to go. Lithuania up by 8, fouled, going to the line.
And it is absolutely not looking good for Italy. Look at the faces of the Italian players. A lot of resignation. As we said before, they had their chance there at the end of regulation.
Look at Marco Cousine and that Italian bench. The agony. Time and time again, Lithuania, they just get the job done. They finished runners-up 2 years ago. You know, they lost to the Shocker back in the quarterfinals when they hosted it in 2011. 2007, they got the bronze to qualify. Here's Italy pushing up the floor quickly. Hackett and Gentile over to Bellinelli. He puts up a three. And Lithuania have it. And Lithuania have earned the right to face Serbia in the semifinals. Well, a golden opportunity is not seized by Italy as they try to get to the semis. We knew one of these teams would be disappointed, and to fall in overtime makes it that much harder of a pill to swallow for Italy. 95-85, Lithuania live to fight another day. Well, this is just a tremendous atmosphere, tremendous occasion, Eurobasket 2015. And Italy will still have a chance to qualify for the Olympic qualifying tournaments. But now it's all about Lithuania.
How about Lithuania? We said, and we had questioned about Jonas Valanciunas having a tough game in the 8th final against Georgia today. 26 points and 15 rebounds. That is a monster double-double. Maciulis, he had a great game against Georgia, and he picked it up with another double-double, 19 and 10 rebounds. I mean, these two guys were there for Lithuania, but let's not forget about the rest, about the big shots by Kalnietis, about big shots by Jankūnas. I mean, it was a team effort, but these two guys were the leaders, and this is what you need in the crunch time.
And in the end, as you look at those stats, 11 three-pointers for Lithuania. They ended up shooting at 61% from long range. 61.
Only one word comes to my mind: sizzling.
Sizzling hot. And a great reputation. There you have the confirmation of the 26 points, 15 rebounds for Valanciunas.
And what a solid semifinal we got coming up between Lithuania and Serbia. Well,
we know one thing, there are going to be a lot of Lithuanian fans here watching the show in Lille, and they're going to be up all night tonight, right outside the arena where they congregated just a couple of nights ago. Well, it's been our pleasure to bring this one to you, George. I have to say it's worth going back. You mentioned it, Valanciunas, tough night against Georgia, comes back swinging tonight, 26 points, 15 rebounds. Maciulis underlines his status as another terrific player. And again, the much maligned over the years, Matsis Kalnietis. So many people say he's not a great point guard. All he did was score 14 points, dish out 11 assists, and hit some big shots in crunch time. It has been a tremendous effort as well from Mindaugas Kuzminskas. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, all the way around. Italy fought, they fought hard, they were even at the end of the game, at the end of regulation. But you got to tip your hat to Lithuania. The experience perhaps won it in the end.
It came down to one play for Italy. They had their chance in regulation, didn't take advantage, and they get punished in a brutal way. They lose a chance to go against Serbia in the semifinal.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Lithuania win it 95-85 over Italy. They march into the semifinals of the Eurobasket.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an atmosphere here in this arena for the quarterfinals of the Eurobasket 2015. An incredible, incredible game. Quelle atmosphère ce soir grâce à vous tous qui avez encouragé votre équipe et qui a atteint du coup les demi-finales qui se joueront donc. Eddie, give us a little overview of the semi-finals that we will see from Thursday and Friday.
I think that was one of the most amazing games we've seen so far in this fantastic Eurobasket 2015. Both of the teams came to the end of the game with no difference. It was a perfect game for both teams, and in the overtime, Lithuania was too much, and they took the game. But the fans were fantastic for Lithuania. For Italy, this is basketball at its best.
Eddie a bien raison, c'était un match absolument incroyable, évidemment avec ce overtime qu'on a vu, un très très gros match pour le deuxième match de la session d'aujourd'hui. Pierre, tu es encore avec quelques fans, je crois qu'ils ne sont pas encore partis.
Oui, effectivement, voilà, j'avais besoin d'un petit peu de calme parce que ce match a été comme une tension énorme, une ambiance de fou, et j'avais besoin